Sure. Thank you very much, Rhonda, and I appreciate your expressing your opinion that all of our facilitators are both competent and charismatic. I will try to be both tonight. Gary, thank you for that presentation, and thank you also for hitting a number of pages from the District 38 website, so I don't need to cover those. I'm Michael Friedlander. I've been a Toastmaster since 2003. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster. I was a District 46 Toastmaster of the Year way back, also an area governor in District 46, and 2 years ago, I was an area director for Area 24 in this district. I've been a member of District 46, District 83, and webmaster for District 52, 83, 46, and 38. And I've been the District 38 webmaster for the past 4 years, I think it is. So I'm going to be doing a live presentation, but I think we need to, let's see, we need to share this PowerPoint thing here. And if I go to, there we are. Okay, so this is me, and we are recording this. I believe if the recording was stopped, I think you might want to restart it. If not, then we'll continue. And as Gary noted, if you want to be anonymous, please turn off your video and use your initials instead of your name. Now let's get right into the meat of the presentation so I can share my Firefox. Okay. I have another monitor running so I can see what you see, but please, if you cannot see the screen, put something in the chat and Rhonda will let me know. All right. I have a page under Officer Training, July 27th website review. So if you want to know what we covered in this part of the presentation, just go here. And hopefully we'll get all the way down to the end. I know our time is limited, but we'll go through it pretty quickly. And I'll point out where you might want to revisit. Keep in mind that I'll be demonstrating the live website, District 38 website, and I am not logged into the site. So all of the pages I'm going to be showing you are publicly available. Where you have the opportunity to enter a form that might be publicly displayed, it requires my manual approval of that form, so we can't have somebody spamming the website. I just wanted to answer that question up front. Okay, the first thing I want to address has nothing really to do with the District 38 website, but rather how your club appears on multiple sites to guests. Because if I guess correctly, there's not a club officer here tonight whose club could not benefit from more members. And I'm pretty sure that that's the case. So let me start off by clicking on this link, and it's going to show you clubs by location. And that's under clubs and clubs by location right here. That's how I got there. And all of the information that comes from all the information that's published on this website about your club comes directly from Toastmasters International. So that means if there's a problem with your TI club listing, then there's going to be a problem on this website. But before we look into that, let me just show you a couple of things that you'll find interesting. My club, I'm the current president of Chester County Toastmasters. And so I'm going to use that as an example, as Gary did use his club as an example. Just to show you, if you click on the club number, it will take you to the Find a Club page. And I'm going to show you that in the TI website. If you click on, this indicates this little blue house, and computer indicates that the club meets online. The globe is a link to your club website, and if you have a Facebook page, there'll be an F here. And oh, by the way, if you want to see your DCP report for your club, here's a quick way to get there. Just click on that and you can see your DCP report. Okay, so what happens if we click on 946? And as you saw, the TI site is sometimes slow, so I've preloaded a whole bunch of pages from Toastmasters. This is what you would see if you either do Find a Club and then click on more information for Find a Club, or go from the link that I provided with your club number. This is the first place I'd suggest you look. Is this information correct for your club? Because guests are going to look on this page, and if they want to contact you to be a visitor, they're going to use this information. The other thing is, it also has a link to visit your website, and we'll talk about that, so they can get to your club website. But they can contact your club through TI by clicking on this, and it brings up a form that allows the prospect to fill in their name, their contact information, and that form is sent from Toastmasters to your club. So I suggest that you click on this link and fill out that form for yourself so you can see exactly what's going to happen when TI sends you that form. And that's assuming you're not already familiar with it. I would suggest also you click on Visit this website to make sure that it's going to the right place. And I'll show you what happens when you click there. All right, what happens if some of this information is incorrect? Well, you will log into Toastmasters International's website. I've already done that. As officers, any officer has full access to Club Central. And the way you get there is after you've logged in, and you log in now, you must log in using either your member number or your email address on record for Toastmasters. They used to have a shortcut that no longer works. So you go to Leadership Central and then Club Central, and it will take you to this page. And where is your club information primarily located? In 3 places. It's in Club Demographics, and I'm going to show you these in order. Club Demographics, Club Contact and Meeting Information, and Addendum of Standard Club Options. And I want you to know that I'm spending this time, as much time as I will be, because I have seen incorrect information posted, and it winds up being posted to the district website, and then I get a request, can you change our information? And the answer is no, you have to change it first. All right, so the first place to look is Club Demographics. This is what it looks like for my club. And make sure, now they went through a whole process of revising their back end. There have been some errors where people have entered one thing and it comes up with something else. You want to make sure that this is checked. So make sure that all of this information is correct and you have your website correct. And if you're the current president, your mailing address should be in here. The next place to go to is Club Contact and Meeting Information. And this primarily will be what shows up on the 38 website and Find a Club. And here is your club's email contact. Now, I want to point out that if you're using FreeToast, there are some emails that clubs have used that are not reachable by non-members. FreeToast in particular has a restriction on certain email addresses. And we found when someone tries to contact that club, the email bounces because that guest is not a member. So my suggestion is, if you have a non-member email address, like a Gmail, if your club contact is not Gmail or Yahoo or whatever, use that email address when you try to contact your club and see if the contact goes through. That way you'll know that guests can reach your club. If you're a corporate club that does not want guests, then you may not have an email at all. And that's fine, because you're not looking for guests who are not employees of your club. Check this other stuff, check all the meeting information, meeting schedule, and so forth. And the next page to go to is the addendum of standard club options. They have finally fixed this. Ours is complete, and they finally updated it to 100%. I'm not going to go through this. There's a long form, lots of forms, many steps. Go through this to make sure that it was done correctly and that it's still correct, because some information has changed. Okay, that's updating your information with Toastmasters International, and that's what I pull so I can list your club on the District 38 website.
Michael, there's one question about that list of clubs. Does this show closed clubs as not open to the public? So where there are restricted clubs, does that appear on your list, or how does it appear on your list of clubs within District 38's website?
If the club has chosen to be anonymous, which means it's not listed in Find a Club, then it is not displayed on the District 38 website.
And even if it is listed, if it is closed to the public,
yes.
How does it appear? Is there an indicator?
When we look at the club list, I'll show you how corporate clubs are listed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And if you have a particular club in mind, if the person would put their club number in the chat, and then later on I can look at it and we can take that offline. Okay, so let's go back to the Find a Club page, or the clubs by location, and I said you could click on the club website. The club website will take you to this club, which this is, again, I'm using Chester County Toastmasters as an example. And I'd like you, please, to look at your own website as a guest would see it. So if you're an officer and you go into Free Toast Host, you'll see the officer view. Open up a private window or an incognito window in your browser. And if you've never done that before, it allows you to log in as though you have no login privileges and no cookies saved. And it will show you then the homepage as a guest would see it. And there are a few things that I'd like you to look for, because in my opinion, as a webmaster, I think these are critical for any club if they want new members. So the first thing is the date and time of your next meeting. Is that prominently displayed? Whether your meetings are held via Zoom or in person, because again, we may not know, or perhaps they're hybrid. What do guests need to do to visit your next meeting? And just so you know, if you go back to, I just want to remind you, if you go back to this website review page, all those questions are right here, okay? So it's the same exact thing that I'm going to go through with you tonight. What do guests need to do to visit your next meeting? Make sure the club contact is prominently displayed. And then perhaps you want to display some information about Toastmasters in general. This website is an EasySpeak website. And if you're familiar with EasySpeak, they generally put a whole bunch of stuff in addition to your home, what you might want as a home page. And I've turned all that off. And you also have some options on FreeToast of turning extraneous material off so that what the guest sees is focused only on your club. And that's what you want. I'm not interested in sending them to TI. I'm not interested in sending them to somebody else's video. That's what you want. The next thing is you want to look at your meeting information. Now, FreeToast lists it a little differently. It may say directions or something, but look at this page and make sure that it's up to date and that it is displaying exactly what a guest would need to know prior to contacting your club. And so again, as an example, I'm showing you Chester County Toastmasters. This has what I think are the critical elements for making sure that a guest appears welcome. And then last thing that I am suggesting to you is that if your club website has a contact link, email our VP membership, that you click on it and fill in your information as a guest, whatever is required, and see what comes back. And how long did it take to come back? Did you have to wait a week, or did you get a response immediately? In my club, I actually have an autoresponder. So if you click on this, you'll get a response within minutes. And then when she's able, our VP membership follows up with a personal email, because sometimes people will ask questions. I know all clubs can't do that, but I'm advising you of what I think is critical. Everybody expects right now, right? We click on Amazon and 2 hours later, the doorbell rings. So don't make people wait for information if they want to visit your club. Okay, that's all having to do with getting guests to your website. Now, let's start with, we're going to stay on guests. Let's start with the District 38 website. And if guests come here, there are a couple of links I'm going to briefly go through. Why Toastmasters? This page was modeled after the TI website page, Why Toastmasters. It has exactly the same content. But my thinking was, why do I want to send somebody off to TI's page? I want them on my website. So you can go through this for yourself. There's a bunch of links, and some of them have videos, yada, yada, yada. Go through that yourself. And I personalize this for District 38. So if somebody clicks on Find a Local Club, it actually goes to our Find a Local Club page. And that's exactly the page that a guest would go to if they clicked on Find a Local Toastmasters Club. If you click on Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or online, this is what you'll see. And if your club is anonymous, or if you do not have a contact email, your club will not appear in this list. Because I don't want to frustrate a guest and show them a club that doesn't have a contact. So we automatically do not have it here. And again, all this information comes from the Toastmasters International website. That's why you need to go there. As I said, make sure everything's correct. Okay, that's all about guests. Where else do you want to go? Well, the district calendar is automatically updated every time a officer training is entered or a district event, a district sponsored event is entered, or when we get to contest time, when an area or division contest is entered. So you'll be able to see all of those listings by month on the district calendar. And if you're an area division director, to answer the question, when you post your contest, it will appear on the calendar automatically. The next thing you want to take note of is the district timeline. And you can make note right now, or after this is over, of all the dates of district council meetings, district executive committee meetings, where you might want to be, and take note of any other important dates and put those in your planner right away. The special event calendar, open roles, I'll get to. I have a page that lists all of the member achievements, and Gary showed you the way TI lists it. I have them listed by month, but what I wanted to show you here is when I was public relations manager, I made some cool icons for people to post to their own social media. So I'll continue this page for 2022, 2023 once TI starts posting current awards. And if you have a member and they want to promote themselves, they want to advertise, hey, look, I just completed a level, they can download that icon. And all you need to do to download the icon is you right click on it and say, save image as, just the way you'd save any image. And you can download it, or you could do that for your member yourself and send it to them, whatever. Okay. Under clubs, if you go to find a club, we have clubs categorized. And this is similar to what you saw on the find a club again, but these are all the advanced clubs and similar information. And if you click on visit club, which I'm suggesting that you want to do for your own club, please, not somebody else's. If you click on visit club, then you'll get a form. And what happens with this form is the visitor is sent the information that they entered along with your club's contact information and the contact email for that's on record for your club. TI doesn't supply that. TI only sends you the guest email. They don't give the guest email your contact. It also, so it sends that to the member, the guest. It sends your club an email giving you all of the information the guest entered, and if they had a question or they tell you when they want to visit. And then you can respond to that guest or prospective guest directly. So that's what happens when you click on Visit Club. And that's what I did. I clicked on this right here. All right, under clubs, we have clubs by location. And as Gary showed you, you can use the browser's find to find your club. And this is listed. I have all the online onlys. TI hasn't updated their stuff, so I don't know if you've left online only to in person, and I won't know that until TI gets all their systems in line. I won't be able to download a new list until they do that. Then we've got by state and county for all the clubs. And again, you can click on this for your TI find a club page, or you can get your DCP report right here. Clubs by division and area. If you don't know who your division or area director is, you can find the names here and just go down and find your club. And then it'll tell you who your directors are. Club historical reports. This is, I think, very, very helpful. And Gary already showed you the report from MyGraffiti, but I've given you a one-click link so you don't have to go through a bunch of pages to find that report. And I'm going to show you how you get there. I'll use Chester County Toastmasters, click on DCP history, and this will display for you. I should have preloaded that because sometimes Gary's site is a little slow, as it is tonight. Yep, we've got that jingle again. That was the one thing I didn't think to do. All right, let that load. And clubs, oh, okay. So we'll get back to 5-year anniversary, that club historical as soon as he loads. He's not loaded yet. Let's go to 5-year club anniversaries. Is your club celebrating a 5-year milestone? That means 5, 10, 15, 20, yada, yada, yada. Every club celebrates an anniversary every year, but your club, we only list the milestones. Otherwise, I'd have to have every club, right? Okay, so if your club is celebrating a 5-year milestone, it'll be listed here. And we put up a little icon that you might want to display in your social media or on your club website, and you can download that or make a request of me if you have it in the future, and I'll send you the graphic, and then you can put it on your social media and maybe have a party. If you're an area or division director, you might want to take note of all the anniversaries on this page. We don't have too many this year, but we have a whole bunch next year. Okay, we got back to the DCP history, and we got here through club historical reports. So Gary already showed you this, but I just wanted you to make note that there's a quick way to get there. And I always advise people, take a look at your history, because history tends to repeat itself. We repeat similar activities year after year. For instance, you'll note that my club for the past 5 years has hovered in the 22 to 25 member range at the end of the year. And I can tell you right now that every year at the beginning of the year, the VP of membership said, I want to end the year with 30 members. And every year we ended the year with about the same number of members. This year, I've made a big, hairy, audacious goal as club president and declared we're going to double our membership by the end of the year. And so if we reach 30 or 33 or 35, I'll be really happy. But you need to set a big goal if you want to get there, because if you reach for the stars, you may reach the moon. Okay, that was how we got there. These are reports by George Marshall, and member awards will also take you to George Marshall. I'm not going to go there. You can go there on your own and investigate what those look like. Club incentive awards. Paula mentioned at the beginning of the training that we have a club officer training incentive. All the incentive awards will be listed here, and after the budget is approved, you'll see more of them. Some of them reward you in district dollars, which can only be used for certain things. And others, for instance, the open house incentive, reward you dollar for dollar. So they'll actually pay you back in Concur with real money. That goes into your Concur account, and if you don't have one, we'll get to where you can find one. But I wanted to just mention, since we're on the subject, that last year, clubs earned 11,550 district dollars, right? They had the club officer training for the summer and then in the winter, or they did something else to get a district dollars reward, 11,550, but only $6,335 were requested. So that left at the end of the year $5,214 in the bank that could have been spent on members. You can spend that money for books, for awards, you can spend it any way, almost any way you want. And $5,000 went unspent. Please, if you do the work to get the incentive, please get the money back. Okay, enough said. I'll get off my soapbox. On the home page, over here, you'll see just completed my icebreaker speech. District 38 would like to send a very nice something. I'm not sure what it was because I haven't seen it, but it goes by mail to your member, acknowledging that they completed their icebreaker. So you can get there from here, or you can get there from here. And what it does is it opens up a window. And please make sure that you read the qualifying information. To qualify, the member must have joined within the past 6 months, have no previous educational awards, right? This is their first icebreaker, and they have to live in the US because we don't mail to China or India or wherever your member is. Now, I will say that the district won't mail, but you could contact the district recognition chair, Susan Smith, and let her know, because you won't find that member's name here. Let her know and say, you know what, Susan, mail me whatever it is, and I'll pay the postage to China. So you might be able to do it that way if you want to do it. But District 38 does not mail outside the US. So what you do is you click your club name, and only clubs that have qualifying members will be in the list. Members are identified first name and last name initial, the speech date, and then you fill the rest of the stuff in. And we have a little spam prevention here. Just so you know, dogs and cats have 4 legs for the most part. And that'll let you submit that form. Okay, take advantage of that. Now, I skipped over this because it was also in current events, but go to special event calendar. Is your club holding an open house or some kind of, you have a special speaker, you have a speechathon and you want to promote that? You can add the event by clicking on one of these buttons, depending upon what kind of event it is. Click on the button. You can fill out this form really easy, no problem. You won't have any problem filling out the form. You click on the link at the bottom, and before it's displayed on the website, as I said, I approve this posting. Generally, I approve it within 24 to 36 hours, sometimes within an hour or two, and I approve that, and it'll go up and it shows on the bottom of the page. And if you're looking to promote, you do it on social media, you can do it on our homepage, our page as well. And that appears on all of the district pages at the very bottom. If you need a speaker or an evaluator, or you want to have an evaluation from an outside, somebody from the outside, you can invite someone to your club. And what I ask is that you are specific in who you're looking for. Excuse me. And if you're somebody who wants to give a lot of speeches, you might want to come back and look here, because there may be opportunity for you to speak outside your club by other clubs posting. And a new club may not have very many members. This is a good place to click the information and put in that information. It works the same way. The form's really easy to fill out. And that was special event calendar and open roles help wanted. And again, just to remind you, everything I'm showing you is on this page, July 27th website review. Okay.
Michael, there's one question. Do
Yes.
the events need to be virtual or can they be live in person?
We have 2 options here. If you go to special event calendar, there are 2 buttons. If it's in person, you'll need to add the address of the event. If it's virtual, you'll need to add a link to register for the event. So the answer is both types of events or meetings can be promoted. Let's see. So that covers clubs. District leader. Who's leading the district this year? These are all of the current district officers. And if you want to reach a current officer, every officer has an email forwarding address, so their personal emails are not displayed. However, when they reply to you, they will be revealing their personal email, most likely. And as Gary said, he's the Chief Information Officer, and you can contact him by clicking right here, and that email will get to him. Or you can reach your division and area directors on this page. And those who have not been appointed yet are missing, but all the ones that are here, you can contact them just by clicking on that link. Really easy for you to contact them. Okay, important stuff coming up. Resources. In my opinion, stuff on the TI website is really hard to find. They don't make it easy, and especially if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. So what I've done is I've created a series of pages that put in my opinion, the most important, most needed resources at your fingertips. And this first page, the Club Officer Jumpstart, is one page that I'd advise everyone on this training to visit, so you can download all of the manuals that your officers need, and you can download them yourself and then email them if you want, or send your club officers to this page and have them, in my opinion, they should be downloading every one of these. And the downloads come direct from Toastmasters International. TI does not permit districts to publish copyrighted TI material, so we don't do that. We always have links directly to their download. So this is where you can get your manuals that you'll want to have at the beginning of the year. And if you want your officers to get a brush up on training where they can see a tutorial and a summary of the role and a video and a self-evaluation, that you can click on this and then by officer category. And if you're looking for tutorials of Club Central, you can click on this and it will take you to the TI website. I'm not going to go there because there may be some delays. You're welcome to go there on your own. Remember, you can't break anything. Just click on the link and it'll take you there. Okay, I mentioned district dollars. Oh, sorry. You know what? I skipped over. I was in district leaders and I skipped over something really important. I mentioned district dollars. Under finance, Marianne Ferrara has created a link to a Concur account. So you must have, if you're going to get repaid, you must apply for, if you don't already have one, a Concur account. And you fill this form out, and then Concur is a Fortune 500 type application, which a lot of large companies use for reimbursing expenses. Toastmasters licenses it from, I forgot who it is, but
SAP.
Yeah, SAP. I should remember that. Right. Sorry, SAP. SAP. Yeah. Okay. From SAP. But Marianne has to approve you. So if you want to know about district dollars, here's a bunch of stuff that'll give you the skinny on it and how to redeem them and what can you use them for. And you could go through here and get all that information. And if you want to know what your balance is, you go to the report. And this isn't updated yet because I think there's still some stuff that open house that hasn't been posted. But if you train 5 officers and submit a club success plan, then you can qualify by a certain date, then you'll qualify for the Cycle 1 Training Award, which will be $50, and you'll see that displayed here. And if you want to see your club, just put in your club number and it comes right up, or you can type in the name. And if you want to see everybody, you can click on, let's see, I need to clear the filter. You can see all the clubs here. You can just scroll through that. It's not populated yet, but it will be. And this is where you can check your balance. So if you've earned awards, you definitely want to spend them. Check your balance, make sure that you've done that. If you want to volunteer, you can use a form that's behind this link, but probably you'll want to contact either the club growth director or program quality director or district director directly. But if you want to use the form, you can do it. If you want to submit a lead for a new club, you can click on this and fill out a form, but you probably want to contact the club growth director. It doesn't, I know we get a lot of contacts, but not too many people uses the form. That's fine. And Gary already showed you, there's a bunch of reports that you can get to this way. And some of them are easier to get through other ways. I was showing you resources, and I'm going to go through these very quickly. Club Officer Jumpstart, I showed you. Club Officer Tools and Member Resources. This is actually an older page. I'm going to redesign this page because it's all text-based. But there's a lot of stuff here that you might want to go through. And specific to the officer role, you'll find things. If you wanted to go through the brand portal, so let me show you why I created my own pages. If I click on Marketing Resources here, and I go to the TI website, it's going to show me this. And I'm going to have to work through language and what kind of thing am I looking for? Is it a brochure? Is it an ad? Is it yada, yada, yada? So what I did was I said, why do I want to go through that? I go to marketing brochures and flyers, and there they are, all at your fingertips. I suggest you download this club marketing guide. It'll help you determine where you want to put your marketing emphasis, but you can download all of these flyers and brochures. Some are customizable. Some you might want to go to Staples and print on double-sided and hand out when you're meeting in person, or you can send the PDFs to guests via email. Club meeting resources. This manual, Toastmaster Wears Many Hats, will tell your members how to perform meeting roles. Give that to every new member. Send them the link. The meeting role forms. If you don't have a custom form for your club, this will give your member, how do I perform the counter role, the timer role, the general evaluator role. These are TI forms. You can download all of them in a zip file, give them to the member, they'll have them. And there's an introduction they can read if you do that. How do you perform the role? And they can read that or put it in their own words. I suggest you look at this. You may find some really helpful resources. I will be adding to this as soon as the store comes back up and the site is fully in service. I'll be finding some new resources, but there are some things here that you'll be able to use. Contest resources, the current speech contest rulebook, and all the changes. And then, so what two contests are we having? I know we're having international speech. Has it been decided?
Tall Tales.
Tall Tales.
Okay, oh, that's right, Tall Tales. Okay, so Tall Tales is down here. You can download the kit. Everything you need is in the kit. Oh, Tall Tales, sorry. Yeah, International and Tall Tale, you can download both kits. Everything you need is right there. And marketing brochures and flyers I showed you. Pathways, there's pathways stuff. If you want to know how to introduce pathways to a new member, there's some great handouts here. Go ahead and download them all and choose the one that you think is best. So pretty much everything that I've gone through is on this page, July 27th website review. Contest, the schedule is right here. And as soon as area directors start posting their contests, they'll appear here. Here's the dates for clubs. You want to complete your contest by January 31st. Area contests will begin in February. You have the option as a club officer to hold an in-person or online contest. All of the district contests will be online. And TI links, Gary showed you some stuff. One last thing, if you need support for the website, click on this and you'll fill out a form. And if you have a free Toast host or an Easy Speak website, you have a one-click link to the support sites of either of those. It is 7:56, and I have finished everything that I wanted to show. So thank you all for your attention, and I think we
Thank
got
you.
through a lot, and I advise you to go in and explore on your own.